Hey, what's up, Skelemystyk? Welcome back to part 2 of my mini-series on sex, society, and the spiral. In the last video, I ran around one of my homes like a crazy person talking about sex and the sexual things that players are doing and saying these days in-game. In this video, I want to get away from that a little bit, but yet we're still going to be talking about the ways in which the players, the customers themselves, are helping to contribute to the decline of Wizard101. And we're going to be doing that by talking about society this time. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but way back whenever Wizard101 was very, very popular, like 2008, 2009, I don't know how many, I'm going to say this name, and some of you are going to be like, wait, what? What's that? Some of you are going to groan and facepalm and make some other things, I'm sure. But, well, I'm going to bring it up anyway because it's going to illustrate how much we've changed since the beginning. Back in 2008, guys, MySpace was at its height. Facebook was just emerging. And everybody used MySpace back then like they use Facebook now. So that's really how much things have changed. But the point of this is that social media itself since 2008 has changed just astronomically. Okay? Everybody now who is over the age of 5 has got a cell phone. Everybody who has that cell phone more than likely has Instagram or Tumblr or Pinterest or Facebook or Twitter or anything. There are so many outlets out there. And there is so much to be seen and to do that it's nothing like 2008 anymore. In 2008, Wizard101 was a breakout game. In 2008, King's Isle was an exploding with growth company. Well, social media and society is also a contributor to changing that. Guys, this was a breakout game in 2008, sure. But now, my goodness, there's League of Legends, there's Overwatch, there's a plethora, really, of other game choices for people to get on the internet, check out, play, to draw their interest away from Wizard101. Okay? And people are doing just that. Wizard101 is declining through a number of factors, but the problem is that, well, there's plenty to replace Wizard101 if people so choose to do that, and they are choosing to do that. Because of society, because of all the changes we've had with internet, with social media sites, with people themselves. I think that people now, and by people I mean the younger group of players, and that means anybody 18 and under. I think that that group of players themselves, due to society, due to all the options available with social media, due to the increased amount of communication. I mean, I've seen people sit in the same room and not talk to each other, but text through their cell phones to each other. I've seen that a lot of times. If you're guilty of that, raise your hand right now. Guilt. Yeah, I know some of you are. Don't even play. I know that some of you are guilty of that very thing. But the point to this whole thing is that now that there's a lot more social interactions in society, there's a lot more choices in society. And a lot of times, even at a young age, I was talking in the last video about how the current demographic is 12 and up, maybe 12 to 18, and that's probably their main demographic. But those same people are the ones who've got the cell phones, who've got the computers, who are spending their day talking to their friends on their cell phones even if they aren't present, who are ever and always looking for new things to play. And well, Wizard101 is like that old shoe that Cinderella had. It looked like a glass slipper, but it was really It was really a beat-up Converse. It really was. And that's what's happening here with Wizard101. Not only is the median group that there's interested in playing this game changing, getting older, but those people who are even the same age that started this game before are now more mature, and they're more mature because of all the constant interaction on their Facebook or on their Twitter or just in the internet in general. And because they're more mature, well, this bright and shiny colored kids game isn't appealing to them as much as it used to be. So, yes, it's not just the growth of the main crowd that plays Wizard101. It's also the exposure to other things and all of the huge amount of new options that are coming in. As well as that, there's a whole lot of games now that have better graphics, that have worked harder or started with a newer engine, or started later in development, and they're putting a hard competition on Wizard101 for a game. I mean, this game, yeah, we've had a little bit of graphics updates since the start of this game, a little bit. But by and large, we are still the same. Let me zoom in if I can. We are still the same undeveloped hands and big blocky head, and big blocky head people that we were at the beginning. And society don't want to put up with that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, that's not their thing. That's another thing about society. It's always got to be the biggest, the best, the newest, the brightest. And that's one of the ways in which I feel the game is losing its luster, or has lost its luster with a lot of people. Because we've had the same thing for a long time now. Yeah, sure, they introduce new worlds all the time, sure. But they need, I think, to change the game at the core. I mean, even if you can't, I don't know enough about programming to know this, but this is one of the things I've always thought. Even if they don't change the base of the game, you know, Wizard101 here in Wizard City, see if you can update the graphics on the next world. I mean, not even marginally, but drastically. You know, bring out Imperia, and being as just a load screen in between every game, I would think you'd be able to load in a different set of graphics, or a better set of graphics, or a more improved set of graphics. Because, guys, it's not going to last this way. Okay? And when I say guys, in this case, I'm talking to King's Isle, guys, it's not going to last this way. You have a good game. You have an interesting game. You have a good premise. But all of the bells and whistles aren't there anymore, and they need to be. Okay? That's what's going to bring players back to this. That's what's going to have players interested. Making drastic changes to the way the game looks, to the way the game plays. And I don't mean by making drastic changes, I don't mean adding monstrology. Okay? I don't mean adding pip conversion. I mean having someone go from Wizard City here to what they expect and you're used to seeing, and loading in Imperia, and the first thing they're like is, wow, dang, this is so cool looking. I'm really surprised. Man, King's Isle is stepping up their game. Because that's what society now demands. That's what especially the younger members of society now demand. Us old school people, we're like, okay, man, whatever. You know, I've played this for so long, I'm used to it now. It ain't no thing. But younger people come in they're society based. They are tech based. They are internet based. They are definitely graphics based. All because that's what society is now. And that's something that really has to be taken into consideration if the game is going to keep going. Is what the players want and what society has shown them that they need. So, well, in the next video I'm going to be talking about the spiral itself, King's Isle, Wizard101, and what their part in the decline of the game is. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of you with a bunch to say about that. But if you have anything to say about this video, by all means, put your contributions in the comments below. The first video was an excellent success. A lot of people had a lot of opinions and had a lot of things to say. And we had a great conversation on this. I'm going to show you my back. Sorry about that. Oopsie. There we go. I would really like to hear from you guys on this and what you think about society and what role it is currently playing in the decline of Wizard101. By all means, let's hear it. I would love to talk to you some more. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, a good hard smash, subscribe, share, yell my name to everybody, and put it on every social media site you got, because I would love to see more of you around here. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, what's up, Skelemystyk? Welcome back to part 3 and the final part of my mini-series on sex, society, and the spiral. In the first 2 videos, we covered what the players are doing to contribute to the demise of Wizard101 as a game. Now it's time